Hello there.
Hi.
I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like to be in a completely different environment than what you were used to?
I guess just almost like any other thing. I mean, I really didn't focus on what it was like to be in a completely different environment. I just basically focused on being able to do my job.
How did you feel being away from your family and friends?
It was, it was hard at sometimes, but I mean, different deployments, communication at home, we got better, from considering the first time when you didn't have any communication at home, but like my second and third deployments, it was better, so you were able to talk and, on internet or make phone calls, and the mail was a lot faster, so it kind of helped when you weren't around your friends as much. You were able to communicate, so it made it a little easier.
What is one good memory that you had in Iraq?
One good memory? I guess being in a place I'd never been before, places I heard about, like being in Babylon, actually seeing the people, some of the people for what they really were, which were human beings, and how they lived their lives, simple life, and some of them were pretty happy the way they lived their lives because that's all they knew, and some of the people were genuinely nice, and they were glad to see us, and interaction with the children, it was a lot of fun.
What type of foods did you eat there?
Well, there's so many breads. They had flatbreads, had some things called, oh my goodness, I can't think what they were called. It was like a gazong, they're made from gazonga beans or something like that. It's a round, like looks like a giant hush puppy. And the kebabs were really good, the lamb kebabs and stuff. But usually when you ate the meat, we usually got sick after. So it was good when we were eating it, but later you paid for it, so we didn't eat it.
What was it like in the morning and in the afternoons? Like, what did it look like, feel like, the weather?
Yeah, and it depends on the sand. But so usually in the morning it's really cold. It gets real cold in Iraq at night. A lot of people don't think of that, but yeah, it gets really cold. It's dark, not many lights, so it's really dark unless the stars are out. Then in the morning it gets really hot. The temperatures can get up to easily 120 plus, easy. And that's, you got to think we're wearing all our uniforms and stuff and armor and stuff like that, and that just makes it even worse. So that's why we had to make sure that we stayed hydrated. We drank a lot of water before we went out on missions.
What is the so-called red sky?
Red sky? You mean red air?
Yes, I knew you were going to say
red air. It's what the people in that region of the world live with all the time. It's when the dust is blown up into the atmosphere, it kind of like changes the color of the sun till it looks red, like the sun is blood, and it makes the visibility really bad. It's just a big sandstorm, if you could think of that. Instead of a hurricane, it's just sand. And usually our helicopters can't fly in it, our planes, they don't fly in it, and usually all ground combat operations usually cease, they stop, because if something happens, we really can't get any air support into the troops on the deck. And red air is pretty bad. Sometimes you can't even see your hand right in front of your face, and anyone that's caught out in the sandstorm, when they come in, they look so funny because they're just covered in sand. They look like a big sugar cookie.
What do you miss most about being in war?
I don't miss anything about being in war. I'm glad I'm not over there. I feel sorry for the ones that are still there, but it's a mission that we do. I support the troops, and I hope that the American people continue to support our troops because they're doing their job. The only thing I might say, I missed the brotherhood of working with people because when you're deployed, you depend so much on one another to stay alive, stay entertained, or whatever. So that's the only other thing that I might say that's the only thing I really probably miss is the closeness of your people in your unit.
When did you first start fighting in the Marines? What age were you?
When did I first start fighting? You mean when did I join the Marines?
Yes.
I joined the Marines after 9/11. I wanted to join after 9/11. I joined in November 24th, 2001. And I was kind of old when I joined. At the time, I was 32. And usually that's kind of old because they try to cut off at 27. So, but I wanted to join the Marines, and I don't regret that I did.
If you could take back anything you did in Iraq, what would it be? Why?
If I could take back anything. If I could take back anything, it would probably be some of my attitudes, my behaviors that I may have experienced in OIF-1 in 2003. The attitude that I projected towards the Iraqi people at that time, it was a little more hostile than maybe it should have been, but that was the way we were trained. And I think after the second and third deployments, we were a little more kinder and gentler people, and we got more from the people by being nice to them than just being hardcore, in your face, we're going to crush you type attitudes.
When you returned home, what were you feeling? How was it? How did you feel? What did your family say or do?
When I returned home, I was happy. I was glad I was home. I didn't have to worry about somebody sniping me, killing me like that or something stupid. And I could, when I say I'm tired and I want to go to sleep, I could go to sleep and not have to worry about, something crazy happening. So, and my family was excited to see me. My wife was happy to see me. You guys are happy to see me. I think my mom, my sisters and brothers, everybody was happy to see me. It was good times.
Thank you for being here, Mr. Butts.
Thank you, Hope, for your interview and your time. Is this it?
Yes.
Thank you. Pretty good.